The invitation. It doesn't interest me what you do for a living. I want to know what you ache for, and if you dare to dream of meeting your heart's longing. It doesn't interest me how old you are. I want to know if you will risk looking like a fool for love, for your dreams, for the adventure of being alive. It doesn't interest me what planets are squaring your moon. I want to know if you have touched the center of your own sorrow, if you have been opened by life's betrayals or have become shriveled and closed for fear of further pain. I want to know if you can sit with pain, mine or your own, without moving to hide it or fade it or fix it. I want to know if you can be with joy, mine or your own, if you can dance with wildness and let the ecstasy fill you to the tips of your fingers and toes without cautioning us to be careful, be realistic, or to remember the limitations of being human. It doesn't interest me if the story you're telling me is true. I want to know if you can disappoint another to be true to yourself, if you can bear the accusation of betrayal and not betray your own soul. I want to know if you can be faithful and therefore trustworthy. I want to know if you can see beauty even when it's not pretty every day, and if you can source your life from mysterious presence. I want to know if you can live with failure, yours and mine, and still stand on the edge of a lake and shout to the silver of the full moon, yes! It doesn't interest me to know where you live or how much money you have. I want to know if you can get up after the night of grief and despair, weary and bruised to the bone, and do what needs to be done for the children. It doesn't interest me who you are, how you came to be here. I want to know if you will stand in the center of the fire with me and not shrink back. It doesn't interest me where or what or with whom you have studied. I want to know what sustains you from the inside when all else falls away. I want to know if you can be alone with yourself and if you truly like the company you keep in the empty moments.
Thank you. Oh, wait, her.
On the airplane, yeah.
Now, first of all, I want to welcome you all here to Bansha Castle to join with Molly and Patrick in the celebration of their marriage. And we're going to commence with the lighting of the two outside candles here, which will signify they're coming here as two individuals. And later we light our centre candle, which is a unity candle, and that will signify you leaving here as one, united in marriage. So we'll take the tape each now, and we'll try and... No lighting yet, good stuff. Take the breeze over me. Now we're gathered here in the presence of each other in order that Patrick and Molly should be joined together in the covenant of marriage. This is a union not to be taken lightly, inadvisedly or thoughtlessly, but with true love and commitment.
Scientific romance. If I become lost in the multiverse, exploring infinite parallel dimensions, my only criterion for settling down somewhere would be whether or not I could find you. And once I did, I'd stay there, even if it was a world ruled by giant spider priests, or one where killer robots won the Civil War, or even a world where tacos were never invented, because you'd make it the best of all possible worlds anyway. And plus, we could get rich off inventing tacos. If the singularity comes and we upload our minds into a vast computer simulation of near infinite complexity and perfect resolution, and become capable of experiencing any fantasy, exploring worlds bound only by our enhanced imaginations, I'd still spend at least 1,021 processing cycles a month just sitting on a virtual couch with you, watching virtual TV, eating virtual fajitas, holding virtual hands, and wishing for the real thing.
Now Patrick and Molly, you both formally attended in the presence of a civil registrar, and on that occasion a declaration was signed by you both stating there was no impediments of kindred or reliance or other hindrance to your marriage. Now for today, Patrick and Molly have chosen a traditional handfasting ceremony. Now a handfasting ceremony is an ancient marriage ritual which was made popular in Ireland and Scotland during the early Christian period. The symbolic binding together of the couple's hands is the origin of the familiar expression tying the knot. Today, a handfasting ceremony is a beautiful and unique way to represent your union and honour your heritage. So I'll get you to join hands now. Now, before you go further, that since your lives have crossed in this life, you have formed ties between each other. As you seek to enter this state of matrimony, you should strive to make real the ideals which give meaning to both this ceremony and the institution of marriage. The promises made today and the ties that are bound here greatly strengthen your union. They will cross the years and lives of each soul's growth. Do you seek to enter this ceremony? Yes. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years for a lifetime of happiness. These are the hands that will countless times wipe tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. These are the hands that will comfort you in illness and hold you when fear or grief racks your mind. These are the hands that will hold you tight as you struggle through difficult times. These are the hands that will give you support and encourage you to chase your dreams. Together, everything you wish for can be realized. So the first colour we're going to have is red, for strength and courage, good health, prosperity and longevity. Patrick and Molly, will you honour and respect one another? Yes. Next we have orange, for open hearts, sensitivity and understanding. Will you support and assist each other in your times of pain and sorrow? Yes. And next we have yellow, for enthusiasm, spontaneity and equality. Will you be present in the difficult and challenging times so that you may grow strong in this union? Yes. Next we have green, for compassion, affection and caring. Will you share each other's laughter and joy and look for the brightness and fun in life and the positive in each other? Yes. Now we have light blue, for sincerity, easy self-expression and honest communication. Is it your intention to bring peace and harmony into your everyday ways of communication? Yes. Then we have purple, for clear vision and wisdom, for peace and harmony in all ways. And when you falter, will you have the courage and commitment to remember these promises and take a step back towards one another with an open heart? Yes. And finally, we have gold, for unity, divine blessing and presence in your lives. And as the years pass and your hands become aged and wrinkled, will you reach out and be there for each other? Yes.
You waited for me to answer
that
first.
never happened.
I was just waiting to hear too late.
Oh, thanks for that. Now, when this was the custom in the early Celtic period, Let's leave the couple tied together for several days after the wedding. And we didn't tell him anything about that now. So we didn't want to put him off. Now, I do solemnly require and call on you both to now make a verbal declaration in the presence of your witnesses to reaffirm that there are still no impediments of kindred or alliance or other hindrance to your marriage. Now, start with yourself, Patrick, and listen, repeat it after me. I do solemnly and sincerely declare.
I do solemnly and sincerely declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any impediment.
Of any impediment.
Why I, Patrick Townley.
Why I, Patrick Townley.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Molly Townley.
To Molly Townley.
And Patrick, do you understand the declaration you've now made?
I do.
And have you made it of your own free will and without duress?
I have.
Very good.
Good answer. Good answer.
Wouldn't want to say anything else here, I tell you. And Molly, you have to repeat as well. I do solemnly and sincerely declare.
I do solemnly and sincerely declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any impediment.
Of any impediment.
Why I, Molly Townley.
Why I, Molly Townley.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Patrick Townley.
To Patrick Townley.
And again, Molly, do you understand the declaration you've now made?
I do.
And have you made it of your own free will and without duress?
Yes.
Now, Patrick, do you take Molly to be your wedded wife?
I do.
And Molly, do you take Patrick to be your wedded husband?
I do.
Now, Patrick, you've said these words now to Molly. I call upon these persons here present.
I call upon these persons here present.
To witness.
To witness.
That I, Patrick.
That I, Patrick.
Do take you, Molly.
Do take you, Molly.
To be my wedded wife.
To be my wedded wife.
I pledge to share my life with you.
I pledge to share my life with you.
I promise to love, honor, and support you.
I promise to love, honor, and support you.
I will respect you.
I will respect you.
And be true to you.
And be true to you.
Through good times and bad.
Through good times and bad.
All the days of my life.
All the days of my life.
And Molly, you say as well. I call upon these persons here present.
I call upon these persons here present.
To witness.
To witness.
That I, Molly.
That I, Molly.
Do take you, Patrick.
Do take you, Patrick.
To be my wedded husband.
To be my wedded husband.
I pledge to share my life with you.
I pledge to share my life with you.
I promise to love, honor, and support you.
I promise to love, honor, and support you.
I will respect you.
I will respect you.
And be true to you.
And be true to you.
Through good times and bad.
Through good times and bad.
All the days of my life.
All the days of my life.
Molly, you have chosen to be my companion, my helper, and my accomplice on this journey. I wish that I could promise you the world and be able to give it to you, but I cannot. I cannot promise to give you a zoo full of animals.
Aww.
But I can be patient when animals follow you home. I cannot promise you a library filled with every kind of book, but I can help illustrate the story we create together. I cannot promise a certain future, but I can try and make the uncertainty a bit less scary. I cannot promise happily ever after, but I will always try to make you feel like the princess you are. I cannot promise health and long life, but I can make the most of all the time we have together. I cannot promise wealth and riches, but I will always try to give you what you need. In truth, I cannot promise anything except one single word. Whether by accident, chance, or fate, this one word was created just for you. A word that promises to make the universe a little less lonely and promises hope for a wonderful adventure to be shared and explored together. All we have is to decide what to do with the time that is given to us. For me, today, and every day after, wherever we may wander, I choose you. And in doing so, fulfill the promise of your one word, our one word. Love it.
Okay. Captain's log. Stardate 64405.52.
That's the actual start date.
I told you I did math for these vows. I researched quite a bit about how to figure out today's star date. But there's something extra special about this date. In the math formula, you need to pick a base year to begin with. I chose 2013, the year we met. So this is our own personal star date, the one that is unique to us and our relationship, and this is today. And on this day, I marry you, for the second time. On this day, I look at you and swear to be yours. And on this day, I hold your hands and gaze into your eyes and fall even more in love with you. You are the smallest books, but not just any book, the old kind. The kind when I pick it up and breathe it in, I feel comforted and understood and needed. You are Sundays, but not just any Sunday. Happy Sundays. The kind with Huddle House and an Ocoee River, grilled fajitas for lunch and a drive to North Carolina just because. You are adventure days. We're not just any adventure. The kind where we're in a graveyard in the middle of the night. The kind where we end up in Mexico together getting sick from whatever we ate. The kind of adventure where we move to Europe. A relationship isn't just I love you so I promise. A relationship is an adventure. It's a hey, you want to go somewhere new, and a resounding yes in response. Because you're my favorite place to be and I'll follow you anywhere. You chose me on that day long ago, and I chose you back. I will always choose you. I will always appreciate you. I will always value you, honor you, and respect you. I will defend you, and I will stand by your side until the end of our days. I will be your wife. I love you. I love you more than cupcakes. I love you, brooms. The end.
That's all. Yeah. We're going to light our centre candle now at this point, and we'll try and we'll see how we get on with the breeze. Now, Pastor, you put the one on Molly's finger first, so, and you say, I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a token of my love,
as a token of my love,
a symbol of all that we have promised,
a symbol of all that we have promised,
and all that we now share.
and all that we now share.
Again, Molly, you say, I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a token of my love,
as a token of my love,
a symbol of all that we have promised,
a symbol of all that we have promised,
and all that we now share.
and all that we now share.
And so now, inasmuch as you, Patrick, and you, Molly, have announced the truths that are already written in your hearts, and have witnessed the same in the presence of these, your family and friends, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Let's give a kiss to bride.
Won't you come with me? We'll go ride the breeze, singing "C'est la vie." It feels just right. It's a brand new day. I can hardly wait. So for goodness sake, I think